Oh my god. Let's do Tim. Let's do YouTube groupthink. This is
Uh,
a great video.
oh no, not Tim.
So I wanted to make this video quickly about something.
This is a complete, like, just rebound.
It's never quickly, right? Not with
That's
Tim.
true. This video is about, it's kind of like a month old, and but basically, I don't even know how to say it. It's like no self-awareness. The video. He's going to bitch about a group of people, and it's pretty much he's bitching about himself and his cronies.
Nice.
So I wanted to make this video quickly about something that fucking irritates me about YouTube and I guess just people on the internet in general. So I joined YouTube. Well, I've been a member of YouTube for a long time, but I decided to start making videos probably in December of last year, and I've taken part in like numerous debates and conversations with different people, and I've had a good time, and it's been really cool. Like just getting to know other people's point of view, seeing where we differ, having conversations. But something that I have noticed that really pisses me off.
I mean, that's just
Well,
a
it doesn't
strange
really
way to
piss me off. I don't really
characterize
get
that
pissed
to
off, but
me.
It
Yeah.
irritates me.
Tim gets shredded all the time in debate. I'm sorry, man. Anything against Tim, but it's kind of sad to watch.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, what's the point of this diatribe?
I think it's just to set it up. Like, look, guys, I came here for a good, fun, family-friendly time.
Is that really what this is?
I
He's
didn't
like,
come here for
oh, that's what it
drama.
is. He's playing to be left alone, basically.
Yeah, sorry, it's not ending, Tim.
It's the fact that
As
everyone
long
is obsessed with
as long
like
as you put your opinions out there in a public space, everyone has the right to think what they want of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
winning or owning someone, and because they have such groupthink, they project it onto you. That's why people tell me like, oh, you have to defend feminism, or like you have to defend this, or you have to defend this person or that person that I don't give a flying fuck about, and I just don't care about that person. But I'm into feminism.
I didn't
Whatever. These people project this.
So why are you interested in this debate, Tim? If you're not here to defend feminism, what exactly is the big calling? Why have you surrounded yourself with a bunch of sycophant types? I don't fucking understand your purpose then.
Yeah, well, I think he honestly just thought he was joining the right side. You know, I honestly do. I
Yeah,
honestly
like-
just think he just thought, oh, well, I'm going to be morally right here. Like,
Yeah, and it's so it was just going to be a complete cakewalk. Oh, you know, like it's very virtuous. I'm pro woman. I'm a feminist. The other side is bad. It's just such a strange. I don't like the way he's characterizing all of this. There's a video of Tim going to a counter Roosh V protest. That video actually exists. I'll probably send you a link sometime, Hagbard.
yeah. Sorry, Shogun
you-
just put in the chat. I don't care, so I'm going to rant about it. Yeah, this is what all these I don't care videos are.
It's amazing.
It's the same thing
Like,
what's his name did, the angry Aussie. I'm going to rant
Oh,
for
yeah.
3.5 minutes about how much I don't bloody care. You're like,
yeah, it's like, why if you don't care, why have you bothered even making this video, which is very clearly a personal video. By the way, this video was partially aimed at K Fox because they had a feud going on.
adorable. You feuded with
so-
K Fox?
K Fox really got under Tim's skin. It was amazing.
Jesus, you
Tim
were willing
is-
to argue with
yeah,
K Fox. Fuck.
Yeah, it's so disingenuous though. Like, oh, I don't need to defend feminism. I'm not that far into this. It's like, Tim, you so clearly are. You went to the counter Roosh V protests. You've made countless videos
That's
on the
so
subject.
weird.
He talks about this all
why
the time.
go? Why go to a counter Roosh V? Why?
He does what he did with his friend, because he and his friend Garrett are huge feminist SJWs who just like to pal around and talk shit about the patriarchy. That's like what they do with their lives.
Are they the kind of people that believed his rape on private grounds paper too?
Most likely,
Yeah.
I think it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, to act like I'm not that big into defending the feminist movement. You do hangouts with Kirsty Winters and Kevin Logan and the Skeptic Feminists. It's such bullshit.
I actually watched a lot of Kirsty Winters' videos. I wish I hadn't. She did, but she put, I think, I don't remember if it was her dissertation. There's no way it was her dissertation. Her thesis. There's no way she's going for doctorate. I'm going to assume that was master's level. She was reading basically her whole thesis on YouTube. So if anyone wants to know what actual feminist academia looks like, she's actually willing to put it out there, which is a mistake.
That's very telling. That's the smoking gun evidence against them.
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Fucking groupthink onto me when I try to have conversations with them. So they try to make me like defend shit that I don't even care about defending. It's like they're not even fucking interested in what I actually think. They're more interested in creating this ridiculous bullshit. And that's fine.
Well,
but
look, if you take the label of feminist, that label inherently has a lot of baggage.
Well, even beyond that, why don't you just
to defend its claims.
why don't you just argue your points instead of bothering to argue the label then? That's the real question. Why bother arguing the label at all? That seems a little weird to me, man. Like, I wouldn't bother. It'd be like, no, I don't ascribe to any ideology. It's not that hard to say. That sentence right there is very simple.
It's like this idea. Look, guys, don't judge me based on my label and who I associate with. It's like, what? You kidding me? That says so much about you.
Look, just because I call myself a thug and hang out with gangbangers don't make me a gangster, man. That's messed up. You prejudging me. You prejudging me, dog. I feel like there's some prejudgery going on.
Conversation with assumptions.
Yeah, I feel like there's some prejudgery going on now.
Prejudgery.
I just want to have conversations about issues that I'm actually like interested in, because I'm actually really interested in new information and I'm interested in learning. I love reading books. I love watching documentaries. I love.
You know what's funny? I believe all this about Tib.
Sure.
I don't doubt for half a second that he's a bookworm that likes documentaries. That's probably a genuinely good-spirited guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some nice interactions with Tim myself. Nothing wrong with the guy, but I think that he can be a bit two-faced sometimes when it comes to this. And maybe Tim, maybe you're getting in a little bit over your head.
Well,
maybe
I think Tim's known the technique in modern times is that if you show belly, it's hard for anyone watching to deal with you continuing to get hit. So what he does is he does this, and he rolls over on his back and goes, "Yeah, I'm bad. I did this. I you know, I'm not always perfect, but see, I'm a soft and lovable guy." And then you can't kick him, because then you look like a bad guy. But luckily there are people like me out there that have no conscience that can just do things like this. So
it's an extremely passive aggressive video.
Yeah, that's it. It's a very, very passive aggressive.
Of learning about things. But so many of these people are not interested in learning new information and exchanging different points of view. They're just obsessed with, like, I have to crush this other person. And that's the thing. I had a hangout tonight with another YouTuber, and...
Well, that's generous.
There was a bunch of, like, new atheist types in the chat, and they were saying shit like, Tim's not strong enough, he's letting this other YouTuber walk all over him, and he's, like, weak and all this kind of stuff.
Well, if he bit your ear while he fucked you in the butthole, that's probably a right understanding of the debate.
You know, it's funny because I didn't watch this particular hangout. I'm guessing it was K Fox and his posse harassing him in the chat. But it was with his friend Garrett, and if you've ever seen Tim interact with Garrett, it's very clear that Garrett is the dominant person in this friendship.
Yeah,
it becomes readily apparent in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me exactly.
They need to realize I don't care about that. Like, that is not...
And what's with his accent? Where's he from? Do you know?
He's from New Zealand.
Okay, but he's from more of a Dutch area of New Zealand then. Okay.
Important to me. Being strong doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is, like, learning, listening, getting new information.
Jesus, that explains everything in the world
Being
about
strong
Tim.
is not important.
No, he's from New Zealand. That explains just fuck everything. That explains absolutely everything about him. That's just New Zealand is the soft version of of Australia. It's really is like this really like hippie, frou-frou soft version. I had a hippie friend move to New Zealand because all they could do, he's like literally, he's like, it's nice. I can just sit out here. I don't have to work. No one cares. No one judges me for it. They did no worries, mate. Like, oh God, someone shoot me.
Maybe I'll go to New Zealand.
Fucking absorbing
You just sold it
things
for
and
me.
being interested
Yeah, right.
in my world and having conversations. So all of these like fucking immature, useless little peons who are just obsessed with being part of this stupid ass group just give me shit because I'm not stupid enough like them. I'm gonna beat you down, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up because I have all this
Tim, that's
knowledge
you.
because I read all these books.
That's you.
And that's the
You're
thing
part
that's
of a
important.
group.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is he trying to be funny? What am I watching?
No, he's trying to do like a characterization of his enemy, but yeah, it's. I mean, I understand I understand the type he's talking about, but why engage?
I mean, yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls on the internet. Who cares? I'm still not able to get over the I don't care about being strong.
Yeah, I know that's a really bizarre.
He's basically just saying like I'm here to learn. I'm a sponge. You know, whatever you throw at me, I'll take in. Which isn't even true because he is tied to an ideology.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's why he's here. Otherwise, why would he be doing these specific types of videos?
I mean, it's such a fundamental thing. I can't believe I have to explain it. Like, Tim, what do you believe? What's important to you? Are the things that are important to you worth fighting for? Do I
no.
really need to say that?
No, unfortunately, you do have to say that. I wish you didn't, but you do. And unfortunately, with these people, you do actually have to tell them. You do have to tell them that sometimes you have to stand up and say, yeah, I'm going to punch you if you do that again. At some point, it does have to come to that, and that can escalate into larger conflicts. That's how conflicts escalate.
Absolutely. Like, you know, it's all well and good to be like, okay, I'm going to hear out the other side, but what if the other side is fucking stupid? Which is so often the case. Was I really supposed to like listen to what that redneck was saying a minute ago? Like, yes, please teach me, oh wise one. Like, no, I've got better things to do with my time.
So that my peers will like me. Well, fuck you. You're just going for the like cheap option. If I just say and pander to all my friends and all the people who pretty much already think the stuff that I believe, then I'll be popular and people will like me. Well, I don't fucking care about any of that. So I think it's all pathetic. Someone in this conversation said...
I mean, do you care about changing the discourse, though? Do you care about changing public opinion? It's going to be pretty difficult if everyone thinks you're... like, they don't like you and they don't agree with you.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that I don't think Tim is familiar enough with selective engagement. You don't, friend, you don't have to argue with everyone on the internet, dude. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you can just go, nope, not doing that.
Most people I actually ignore at this point.
The vast majority. I just go, yeah, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you could also be accused of like, oh, you're just making an echo chamber of your fans. It's like, look, I'll engage with criticism and I'll engage with conflict. That's what this entire show was built on. But at the same time, yeah, I don't have to reply to every single troll who posts on my channel. It's not a requirement.
My husband's listening to this and he thinks that you're basically like a weak guy who's just like letting somebody else say whatever they want, whatever. And to that I say, why would I be concerned about being strong in a conversation that I'm having with my friend in which I'm listening and absorbing information and just sharing opinions? Like,
I mean, look, you can be friendly while you're talking to a friend,
but I mean, how is this the point? How did this dissolve to this? That's the question. How did we come from, I have no intention of arguing, or I don't want to take a firm, or whatever his initial point was, to this, which is just, I never want to engage ever. I don't hang out with people that I'd have to engage with. I don't do it. I don't want to do it.
It is an interesting.
The problem with him is
devolution.
that when people like him say exchange of ideas, it's a very, very dangerous turn of phrase because they don't mean exchange of ideas. They mean accept my ideas.
Yes, and I think it is important to point out that there's a difference between having a friendly conversation with someone, and that's fine. But when you can tell with him, and he's talking to Garrett, he's being trampled on. It's readily apparent to anyone watching. It doesn't seem like a necessarily friendly encounter.
No.
You can tell when a friend is using another friend.
After him about. It's my friend. And it's weird because in at least 2 of the hangouts or 3 of the hangouts that I've done, I couldn't pick up on the fact that this other person had an agenda and they wanted to like defeat me at something, you know? And I can't pick up on that because, to be honest, I think the best of people.
Because you don't have conviction, Tim. You don't have conviction in your ideas because your ideas are weak and inferior. The rest of us do. When I say something, I actually mean it. It actually means something to me. And I would be willing to argue it with anyone. And now, does that mean that I'm like the most confrontational person on the internet? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you need to hit your kids.
Go. Sorry.
This is why you need to hit your kids, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just so amazing that he doesn't grasp this. Like, understand, Tim, when I'm, this is all, the internet thing is all fun, this show is fun, but there are things that I genuinely believe are important. And I want to spread that message and argue about them. I don't just want to impose that will on other people. I want people to come to those ideas, out of their own understanding. And to do so, you have to argue them like you mean it. Like it's actually something worth believing in.
That they're coming to something with an agenda, and I don't believe that they're pushing a particular point of view. I see them as a human who has numerous thoughts that I want to listen to and I want to consider. But they don't come to the conversation like that. They come to it like this person is the enemy because they believe A, B, and C, and I'm in this group and they're in this group. Therefore, there must be something bad about them. So
I'm willing to consider all points of view. I'm perfectly happy having conversations with people that are non-engaged conversations where you just exchange points of view and then learn to understand the other person's point of view. That happens. You can do that. But that's not the purpose of debate. That's a different thing altogether. And frankly speaking, I don't think truth be told, I just don't think he has enough of a sense of self. I really don't.
That is a big problem.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything at this point. I just don't think he has a very strong sense of self.
It goes back to what I was just saying. Like, if you want to share ideas, that's fine, Tim. But do you have ideas worth sharing? Like, what do you believe? What's important to you as a person? Forget about the collective. Forget about this group of cronies you've gathered around yourself. Tim, what do you think? What is important in your life? And if you want to argue that, and if you think that people would be better off thinking the way you do over the way they're thinking currently, then give them a fucking reason to want to.
Yeah, and I don't think he's very good at that because I don't think he reasons things out. I think he's a sponge. He's an intaker. That's why, I like to read. I watch documentaries. But that's not what I would introduce myself about. That's not like how I would describe my mind state.
I'm a learner,
I like taking stuff in. Exactly.
I have to go in and I have to figure out a way to like get into their mind and crush them. That's the important thing, is fucking them up. And then all my friends will say that I'm awesome. Like, I'm real great because I crushed that person. I don't give a flying fuck about that. I just don't care.
Well, a lot of us don't, but what's your point? Is he using his argument with fucking Fox to generalize with people?
Yes. I just picked up on that.
I mean, in all seriousness, I'm not trying to be mean. Even if Fox was here, I'd say that. He knows I'd say that. I've said things to him before. He's not a great debater at all. He's really not good at making points.
We did shred him on gun control.
Yeah, he's not really great at making points. He's just
Yeah, I
not.
mean,
It's
that's the
not a
thing.
skill.
K-Fox, say what you will about K-Fox, but if there's one thing he's good at antagonizing people.
Oh, for sure.
Tim,
He ruffles them jimmies now.
and Tim is like just one of the most harassable people on the internet. It's amazing, and it's just a lightning combo to put those two together. But don't treat the entire like new atheist community in quotes like we're a bunch of K-Foxes. I'd be more than willing to sit down with you, Tim, and have a debate over who whatever, you know. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I would want to walk into that debate with you. If you're introducing yourself as, oh, I'm a learner, I'm a student, well, then what do you have to offer me? What am I possibly going to take away from that?
Yeah, for real.
So I mean, if anybody wants to have like a reasonable debate in which we treat each other like people who are actually interested in talking about things because they're interesting subjects, not because we're part of some fucking group, I would totally appreciate that, and that would be awesome. But that's not what I've gotten so far.
Well, I've offered to debate him. Why won't he talk to me?
It's funny because, you know, if you look at these hangouts with him and Kevin Logan and Skeptic Feminists, it just feels so awkward and controlled. Like if you go into like one of the hangouts I was doing on gun control, on the intervention in Syria, on libertarianism, these are genuine debates among friends where we are allowed to get heated with each other because we're arguing things that are important to us. And that to me is so cool that we are given the chance. Like, it's just such a better environment. The feminist hangout environment, ugh.
Yeah, it really is
Skin-crawlingly
nightmarish.
awkward. Okay. Yeah, that's enough, Tim.
Yeah, I couldn't take anymore. I just couldn't.
I'm extremely sorry.